Hey guys, apologize. This is the second recording. The first one, the sound didn't work because I had to switch a little button and I forgot all about it, and I just recorded 16 minutes of me saying nothing to you. So I'll re-record it, re-upload it, and send this out to you. So anyway, Linton Scout talked a lot about it last night and the new stuff we're gonna run and what we have to do against Linton. Um, their top player is number 12 by far, number one player, Cole Baumiller. He's quarterback, big, accurate. One thing, if you watch the Strasburg tape already, is he does not throw well under pressure. And we know that. If you watch that Strasburg tape, he's under pressure the whole night. We need to pressure the quarterback. As much as we had to be responsible for option last week, this week we need to get after the quarterback. Okay, I'll take a little bit of other things if we're going after the quarterback. If if we get too far upfield or something like that, we need to get hit. We need to go after him. Very very important this week. And then there's another top player, Lucas Schumacher, number 19. Easily the go-to wide receiver. If he's under pressure, that's where the ball's going. Okay, he's going to 19 wherever he's at. So he's usually the motion man. Sometimes he's not, but most of the time he's the guy that runs that inside route or blocks or does a little bit of everything. And then the next one is Ryan Holzer. They're back. He's quick, runs a little bit outside. Tries to run inside. They run a lot of counters for him and powers for him, and try to get him through that B gap stuff, and try to get him to cut into that secondary. I'm not exactly worried about them running the ball on us. We need to get pressure on Baumiller, and we need to know where Schumacher is at all times. Those two will win the game for them if they would win the game. So it's very very important we know where they are. Their top formations. Gun to me is just a motion into that twins. Most of the time, Gun is a wide receiver on each side, and a lot of the times they're going to do that jet motion into something. It's really, really important you watch the jet motion where he ends up. A lot of that is telltale. If he goes short, if he just ends up at the tight end, it's usually a run. If he motions all the way across the formation, probably going to be a pass. Not all the time, not 100% accurate, but very close to those percentages. 59% they're in gun. Top formation number 2 is spread. Two wide receivers on one side, another wide receiver on the other side. As we talked about in practice, a lot of the time they'll have the tight end to the two wide receiver side, and he's going to be ineligible. It's pretty important that we notice that formation and we call it out secondary. And then the third formation is I. They're going to line up. They can run power. They run a little boot. And they run some other things. Nothing that I really have lined up in team, though. Nothing that we probably have to worry about too much. Top play is listed as far as frequency of play is zone read. They run counter. So their give read is to counter. So they're going to pull that backside guard on zone read to counter, and the give would be to the counter, and the quarterback would keep to the pull side. And it's very important, speed, counter, etc., that we hit the quarterback. He wants nothing to do with being hit. We need to hit him, and we need to hit him often. Okay, so ends, if they run speed, we need to kind of dork him, but it's okay if you hit him. I'm okay with that. Goals this week: 3 turnovers, and we have that goal every week. And score defensive TD, we have that every week. And then I don't have a rushing goal this week. I have a passing goal, less than 125 yards passing. I know we can do it. And then no plays over 30 yards. No explosive plays. All right. The only way this team can beat us is if they score on big plays. It's the only way. You watch tape, it's the only way they're going to beat us. They're going to run a fade and catch it. They're going to run a double move, post corner, something like that. That's the only way they're going to beat us. We're good enough defensively. We should shut this team down. They play into right what we're good at too. Keys. absolute number one key this week is we have to dominate. Talked about it a little bit at practice. That in Linton things don't always go your way, and in Linton it's very, very important to leave no doubt that there's no doubt that we're going to win the game. That we're not leaving gray area situations. Okay, where we're in a game of a 2-3 point game, and they have a chance to go on a run. We need to dominate every phase of the game. Okay, as I think Coach said it last night, is if you tackle them for a 5-yard loss, we can't get homered on a 5-yard loss. All right, we can get homered when they get a 20-yard gain and they put them 22 yards. That's important. We need to dominate this game. Okay, a little different atmosphere going into Linton, but they can do whatever they want. We're the better team, and we need to show it on Friday night. And then number 2, you have to go get the quarterback. The quarterback can beat us. Okay, running back ain't gonna beat us. Their D-line, their defense is not gonna beat us. Their quarterback's gonna beat us. So that's important. We get to the quarterback, and not only get to him, we need to tackle him. Okay, that means we get to him and we hit him. Okay, that's so important. And then our installs this week, I can go through our installs. The first one is robber. We did it last night. So it's under our fronts and our installs. We go to robber. It's not a front, it's a coverage. And we go here, and we're going to say 3 rob. Remember, if we're in rob, the only time we rob is if this guy goes in motion or this guy goes in motion. Otherwise, we're just in straight 3. I have it drawn up with NASCAR here, but we're just in straight 3. So what happens is the backside corner is going to drop off. And the front, and Garrett or Alex, our safety, he's going to go rob that route. You have no responsibility other than watch tape and rob the route that you think is going to happen in that down and distance. And then our front side towards the motion, you're going to be our vertical drop. Okay, you're going to be our vertical drop. So you're going to just take a safety drop. So turn and run. That's all you got to do. And Garrett's going to rob that, and our other corner should be out here. I don't know why it's not showing. There we go. And you're just, all 3 of you are still in 3. It's just our bishop takes that middle third in this case. Middle linebacker, you're just taking a Y drop here, an angle drop. Knight taking your angle drop to the sideline. So very important, we rob that route. They very rarely throw to that backside guy. So something we got to watch for, but something that we're not too worried about. Our next install is NASCAR. It's a front right here, NASCAR, and what it is we need to go get the quarterback in NASCAR. As you notice, it doesn't change too much for our DN, doesn't change anything. It changes for our nose and our rush. Our rush is now outside. Our nose is in a 2-way go. So what it means is you can go that way or you can go that way, whichever way you're most comfortable with, whichever way that you think the center is going to play, you go the opposite way. It's very, very important that we get after the quarterback in NASCAR. That's our responsibility. Get your butt upfield, get after the quarterback. And behind NASCAR, we could play 3. We could play Africa. We could do divide out of NASCAR here. That would put you head up. But we could go 3 double B, okay? And we could do some different things. Our next install is our 2 blitzes. We have 2 new blitzes this week. We have Max and Africa, and both are with our 2 linebackers inside the box. So we go down. Let's go over Africa first. So what it is, it's a double B gap blitz. So in the case, if this guy would go in motion right here, if this guy would go in motion, okay, this would bump you out of the box and you would split the difference. It would suck him over and would suck him over. So if we see this motion, we have to know, okay, it'd now be Knight and Mike. It's the 2 linebackers inside the box. So it's very, very important that we know you'd be out of the box there and you would be inside the box. Now, if we're actually going 0 okay, it would walk Garrett down. If this is Schumacher, personally, I would rather see Garrett go down. But if it's a quick thing, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys to really figure that out. If you want to go Garrett down, if you want to go Logan, you can cover this, or you can just stay on the tight end. So we need coverage here, okay, and here. But we got to notice, what does he do? Is he eligible over here, or is he not? So this guy would have to be off the line here. We just have to notice how they're lining up. All right. So that's Africa and Max. Max is basically just fire 20. It's just we're flipping the linebacker gap. So middle linebacker, you're going to go to, in this case, the B gap here, okay? And then Bishop, you're going to go opposite A. So basically nose to you, it's just Mike fire, so pull that guy. And then we're switching gaps. Mike, you go first, okay, then followed by the Bishop. If you look at it, we're in 0. Really what it would be for you safety is it would just put you number 2, probably on, or number 2 on the weak side. Let's say this guy goes in motion. So we go here, okay? Now safety, especially here, what we would have to do is we'd have to take Logan or Alex out of the blitz, okay? And we'd have to put you either on, I would rather have you here, and put our Bishop on the tight end. What we can do is, if we do recognize that they go in motion, okay, that would technically squeeze Mark over and bring our Knight over, and we would go here and here, okay? But I'm okay with not doing that if we don't recognize it. I'd like to do it, but it may not work out. So Mark, you would actually just take and run Mike fire in that case. So it's really, really important we communicate on these blitzes, and we'll run them a lot in practice just so we get the hang of it. All right. Okay, so those are our 2 blitzes. And then we have, we showed our front Africa, or we showed our front NASCAR, and then we have a new movement this week called Divide. Divide is basically our D end and our rush are going to line up head up. You're going to come at this angle. You're coming over a 45-degree angle. You're going to take about 3 hard steps, and you're going to sit. 3 hard steps, and you're going to sit. A lot of the times we'll run this with Africa. We'll run it with some sort of middle blitz. Now, they might not be an I. They may have this guy out here, and we may see motion. It shouldn't change anything for you. Hard step, hard step. What we're hoping is we roll right into it. So where our rush should be is here, not upfield. Do not come too far upfield. If he rolls to you, go get him. Do not come too far upfield, though. All right. So those are our new installs. Oh, there's one more, and then crash motion. What crash motion means is we're just crashing to the motion side. So let's show it in, we'll go back to front. We'll go NASCAR. So if this guy goes in motion right here, Garrett, that would bring you down, and we're going to crash the motion side, okay? So I want you coming down, crashing the motion side. That puts Mark, okay, on that tight end, okay? Hopefully we're thinking, okay? Hopefully we're thinking because we're in 0, okay? That puts Mark on that tight end. So we run crash here, Mark, and we're running 0, and we bring Garrett down, okay? Your number 2 strong side, okay? Now that really depends on if he's eligible or not. So it's a very, 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 very important we watch tape on this week, guys, or we're going to mess this up. All right? So crash motion would bring Taylor. I want Taylor coming no matter what, or whoever the Knight is. So we're coming here, okay, down to that, and boom, we're going to run that. Be very, very aware of crossing routes. Okay. So guys, it's so important we watch tape. We need to look through this, and we need to rep it, not just in practice, but we need to mentally rep this stuff. We have one day of practice left to practice these things, and it's so important. I want to run all of them. Okay, so tomorrow, Wednesday at practice, we will run through we will run through all our blitz stuff, and I fully expect us to have a good game. So the biggest thing, again, guys, we got to dominate. Leave no doubt. When we're in Linton, we leave no doubt. And if we leave doubt, the doubt's we're going to come up on the short side because the doubt's going to go to them. So we need to leave no doubt. We need to dominate that game from beginning to end. All right, guys, have a great day. I apologize for the first non-sound video. This one should be good, though.